In Inner Work for Leaders, they really focus on embodied spirit, and that was something that was such a change for me and a shift of that I am a spirit in a body, and to operate in the world that way.
They start to recognize that their spiritual self is not separate, that they are their spiritual self. What this course really helps students to do is recognize that everyone gets knocked off center, and that the work of learning to lead your life from spirit is the basic skill of learning how to get back to home.
It's not necessarily about being a leader out in the world, it's being the leader of who you are and how you want to live.
Because we're all leaders. At some point we're all leading something in any given day.
Through this process, leadership has taken a change of exactly what it means. When I entered into 3 days ago, I could only think of myself as a leader of a large organization. This process can be applied to anyone who's a leader, whether you're a leader at your home, whether you're a leader of your community, whether you're leading your family.
I don't think I fully believed I had as much influence over how wonderful I could make my life be.
It's become clear during this weekend that it's my patterns getting triggered that gets me out of balance, and I am really quite convinced that I've gained some really valuable tools and valuable perspectives that are going to help me in dealing with that in the future.
I see their energy level go up. I see them relishing their creativity, celebrating their uniqueness, celebrating their mistakes.
Even if they've been out in the world and they've done all sorts of amazing things in the world as leaders, they get to find a different kind of leadership that's more authentic, that's more creative and present, and feels better to them as well as to the people around them.
The focus and the visioning exercises and all of that wonderful stuff that Hoffman represents really helped me narrow down precisely what it is I want to do for myself and to contribute to my community moving forward.
I don't need somebody else's reflection of me to be who I am.
Changes I've seen are recognitions that they can do what they need to do to achieve their vision.
I think that what leadership means to me is showing up and being in my own light and not putting my stresses and my heaviness on other people.
The pre-session, the time that I spend on the phone, maybe an hour, hour and a half, I constantly hear when the student gets here that they have been thinking about the things we've been talking about. So I feel like the IWL, even though it's a weekend, they are thinking about their stuff for a week or days before and making new connections. And I'm thinking about the stuff they've talked about on the phone and helping them make connections.
I was able to commit to a handful of goals before the program started with my teacher, and over the course of 2.5 days I was able to really reach those goals.
I've never come across a program that is as well coordinated, as well planned, or as well choreographed as the different programs that Hoffman offers.
And I think it is designed for anyone who's gone through Hoffman.
It was just a wonderful experience. I highly recommend it.
It was one of the best 3 days I've spent since I've gone through my process, and I would do it again in a heartbeat.